Do you go on a lot of business trips? Do you stay in that business headspace? Maybe go to New York a lot? Stay in the same hotel in the same neighborhood, walk the same path, do exactly the same thing every single time, and you're single and looking? Well, you can actually multitask your business trips by getting out of your own way, getting out of your box, and trying something new. Because the thing is that when you are on a business trip, you are on, right? You know what you're doing. You are strong, you're powerful, but you also still have that soft side. So take advantage of both. Take advantage of that power and that confidence because that is very, very sexy. And then add a little bit of softness by doing something that maybe you're not used to, which is staying in a different area, going to different restaurants, doing things differently. So when you're unsure, it takes a little bit of that edge off. So in New York, if you want to go to New York on a business trip and meet your soulmate, you can by getting out of your box, by trying something new. So stay in a different neighborhood. If you always stay uptown, if you always stay around the park, which I used to always do, instead, stay in Greenwich. Instead of staying in one of those big hotels where everyone is in the same business headspace or everyone's in like the player headspace, instead, go and stay in a really cute hotel, something that actually has some personality, that says something about you and says something about the guests that stay there, like the Jade Hotel in Greenwich Village. What I love about it is that it has personality. Someone who's going to stay at the Jade Hotel is a little bit cool, is sort of hip, and also wants the comfort, doesn't want that severe cold feeling of a bigger, crazy hotel. Now, the Jade Hotel is very, very nice, but it has more to offer. It has layers, and that's what a person is, right? So you want to do something different, like stay there. Then sit around and look to meet people. You can sit in the lobby and have drinks or have snacks and be open to talking to people. And that's the thing about dating. You have to be open. You have to allow yourself to stop being so uptight all the time, right? You want to be vulnerable. You want to ask questions. You want to be open to learning. And if you are in a new environment, you're more open to that. So sit and talk to the people who walk in. Sip your martini. Enjoy your time. Now, of course, something that will help you open is by getting a massage. And it doesn't have to be something that is deep and crazy and purpose driven just to get the knots out. Now, while I love those kinds of massages, I also like the type of treatment that sort of clears out my energy, gets me in the right headspace. So, my last New York trip, when I stayed at the Jade Hotel, I went to the Mandarin Oriental and I got their signature spa therapies treatment, which was an hour and 50 minutes. And it uses traditional Chinese treatments, aromatherapy, and a foot bath that it starts with. And basically it taps into what you need, and what I needed was to detox, not just detox physically but detox emotionally. And sometimes you need that, you need sort of a reset. So going and having that reset in an environment like that, in a spectacular spa, is perfect for you. It's opening up your body, it's opening up your mind, and it's allowing you to relax and really enjoy this new side of the city and this new side of you. So after you've had the massage, now you go back to the hotel, and then what? Well, instead of going to all of the super trendy restaurants that you usually go to a neighborhood restaurant. Go to try the best neighborhood pizza you can find, and then stroll into an interesting little dessert shop, or do something that you normally wouldn't do, that someone would say, like for me, someone would say, Laurel would never go to Joe's Pizza. Well, but I like pizza, but people just assume that I'm going to go to some like hoity-toity restaurant. But I don't want to do that all the time. You never know who you're going to meet when you go somewhere else. Stand in line for pizza and say, ask a local who might have potential for you, hey, what do you order? What is the best thing to get? Start conversations. If you like sweets, then you can go on a sweet tour, a sugar tooth tour throughout local neighborhoods. I did the Hell's Kitchen tour, which is a tour of between 3 and 16 people. And you walk around tasting all of the best artisanal chocolates and custards and the most amazing pies and really the best that the city has to offer. You learn about the neighborhood, you talk to people, you explore, and you're expanding who you are as a person. So you can then meet someone later on at the bar at your hotel or anywhere and say, gosh, I had this really incredible experience today. I did something new. You want to be interesting. So if you layer on these interesting things, then you're actually making yourself even more valuable when it comes to dating. For exercise, instead of going to the gym like you always do, or instead of going and running around Central Park, why don't you go to the West Side Highway and take a run? Why don't you go and play tennis there? Why don't you do something that, again, you would never do? Because if you go somewhere different, you're going to meet different people. And maybe your soulmate. People always say, I met my soulmate at a place that you would never think. I never go there. Well, that's exactly why you met your soulmate there, because that's where your soulmate is. They say opposites attract, and it's very true. Go somewhere that shakes you out of your box, that allows you to see other people. Then make sure that you make eye contact, ask questions, say hello, start conversation, have great experiences. Just because you're on a business trip doesn't mean that you have to be all business all the time. Allow yourself to enjoy and explore and just be part of the city. Feel the rhythm. Do what the locals do. Don't always just go and do what the tourists and business people do. And you just might meet your soulmate on your next business trip.